Hey guys, this is Zisteau. Welcome back to another Factorio video. This is going to be something of a standalone video, or actually probably a two-parter, because we are going after another achievement. You can see at top left corner, it says we've got an hour and 30 minutes to craft a locomotive. This is the achievement we're trying to get. I think it's going to take me about an hour, so we're probably going to break this up into two videos. I will stop after 30 minutes, and then we'll finish up in part number 2. Okay, let's go ahead and get going. I will also put the map string in the video description in case you want to try this map. This map's actually pretty decent. Everything is close by. Oil is a little bit farther away, but that should be fine unless you're trying to do some nice speedrunning things. So I just finished my previous achievement run where we went for 6 achievements. I wanted to get... I wanted to beat the game with no handcrafting. I did that, and I was going after some other achievements. I wanted to do that in 8 hours or less. Did not accomplish that. Let's see, we need to go get stone while that is cooking up. I wanted to do it in 8 hours left. Didn't quite manage that. Did get the 15-hour mark. And I also got the achievement for crashing through like 100 trees or something with a car. So technically, we did get 6 achievements. And I think I will probably put these 2 videos on the end of that playlist. So a little like a bonus thing, I guess, since they're kind of thematically similar. And it's just so people are able to find this later. I'm not going to give it its own playlist. Maybe I'll just have a general achievement playlist in case I want to ever go after other playlists in the future. We'll just put them all in that one playlist. Anyway, we're gonna do the basic startup here, getting some stone. I'm actually gonna be able to handcraft on this playthrough, and that digging sound is so loud. It's actually really distracting. We're going to craft all those up. 2 of those are going to turn into burner mining drills in just a second. Okay, and let's see. We need a little bit more. Let's dig up some more coal while we wait for the iron to smelt. We're going to do a fairly basic setup. We only need red and green science. We need to smelt a bit of steel, but we don't need to do much beyond that. Okay, let's craft another one of those. We're going to set these guys up in a line so that later on we can use some inserters to take the goods out of there. Okay. Okay, as soon as we get a 3rd guy up, we want to start smelting up the coal. And to do that, we're going to need more stone. Actually, maybe we want to start smelting up stone first, or mining it up, rather. That might be faster overall. Once we get enough of this, we're gonna fuel up a few of these guys. We're gonna take most of this coal up top. All right, let's give you like 5. Let's give you 2. All right, we'll give you the rest. Okay, and then we can't craft much until we get some steel, or until we get some stone to make the furnaces. So now that we've got those cooking up for a little while, they're gonna run out pretty quickly, actually. But let's get like 6. Okay, good enough. Run up here, and we need 5, and do I have enough? All I need is the stone. Okay, so we need 5 stone, and we will also need a steel chest. Oh, hopefully I still have enough iron for what we need to do. I think long term we only ever need a maximum of 2 of these guys. Do I still have enough? We do. Okay. And crafted. And give you that. Okay, he's going to smelt that up. We'll return to him to make more furnaces. Eventually we'll add a second one there. Next thing we need to add, though, is definitely going to be some of these drills we're going to make to automatically harvest up the coal. That last playlist, by the way, I'm sure you are aware it was live streamed on Twitch. Took a lot of planning to try to lay that out. It's a very interesting experience. Basically my first and probably only like a speed run kind of attempt at anything ever. Maybe, I mean, this kind of counts too, I suppose. Okay, so let's give these guys some of this, and then we're gonna dig up like 6 more, and then head up to collect some coal, and then we should have enough to automate our coal production for a little bit. Eventually I want to have, I think, 6 of these burner mining drills in a circle harvesting up coal. We will eventually add some electric drills. I have it's definitely not a refined build, but I have an idea of some basic things we're going to be doing. Okay, that guy's out of coal, but we need to go get some stone first. I have an idea of the basic flow that this is going to take. I didn't do a ton of planning like I did previously. Let's go ahead and do this. Since we're right here, let's go ahead and set up the second one. That's all that's ever going to need. Okay, and then we're going to turn those into furnaces. Pick up some iron. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Okay, they're going to need some coal pronto. Okay, any day now. Hurry up. Oh, you know what? We're going to need at least one of these. Speaking quickly because we're a little bit panicked. Okay, that will now form an endless loop. I guess I'll dig some by hand while it catches up. And that should be more than enough for those the iron we've got going. But now we're going to start scaling up quite a bit. And then we're going to get to the research sooner or later. But I really want to scale up my iron and coal and copper production. Okay, good. Already 26. Excellent. Good. And they've got nothing. Okay, so what can we make? Let's see. Let's make a few chests. We're going to need those. And then we're going to start scaling these guys up before we go to actual power. So let's head back up here and grab some stone so we can make some more furnaces, which will make more burner mining drills. We will insert those into extra furnaces. On top of that, you've got 4, you've got 2, you've got 10, you've got 7. Okay, turn those all into furnaces. I think that's the only thing we need the stone for. We will need boilers, but those take furnaces as well. Okay, everything's going swimmingly. We're on our way. We're 8 minutes in. This is going to be much more streamlined thanks to the fact that we can, I can actually craft things by hand, which is going to be totally different than the last thing we did. Okay, there we've got iron again. All right, we're going to scale up a lot. I'm going to add 2 more here already, because we're going to need quite a bit of coal for this. Okay, that should feed itself if you put them in a circle once there's one going. All right, lovely. All right, now we've got 5 of these. Let's get to 6. Let's get to 6, and then we'll start on copper. We're going to have a similar idea here, and we're going to have a line going down the middle with belts. And then we're going to use the 2 belts of iron and copper to automate some basic things like... basically, the main things we're going to automate to begin with are going to be transport belts and then inserters. Let's see, you've got 4. I didn't bring any fuel with me, so it doesn't matter. All right, smelt all those up. Need to keep... there's not much multitasking yet, but need to keep juggling everything we need to juggle. You're out of fuel. Grab coal, then we'll start on our copper acquisitions. Yeah, all right. Already we've got quite a bit. All right, let's just do this like that. Let's move you here. Let's move you here. And just select you to always go there. Okay, there's those 4 guys. Excellent, we have 100 extra iron, so I should be crafting something. Let's start crafting these by hand. Stack of coal, let's get these guys up and running. Then we need to make a lot more of these things. Before we even go to power, I want like double what we've already got, and we're going to supply it with coal by hand, because we're trying to ramp up quickly. And we may or may not actually use the electric mining drills later. We might just do the whole thing hand-fed, depending on how it goes. Okay, you're going to need some fuel. Let's just top you off for a while. All right, make all those. Then just make all those. Let's go pick up more coal. And at this point, yeah, I think we need to up to 8. That is no longer going to be enough. Fuel these up. I'm control right-clicking to dump half of everything you got. Then I'm control left-clicking to pull things out of the inventories. Okay, let's see. I've got that many and that many. We need to make more of those. So let's up this to 8. More of these guys you have in this chain, the more coal it's going to produce, of course. Okay, you're going... All right, so let's start... this is eventually going to go... And actually, not too long. It's going to go like this. And this guy's going to go like this. So we can scale these guys vertically quite a bit before we reach any kind of capacity. Okay, so they can be like that. And we will add some inserters to take stuff up. I considered using burner inserters for this, but it's a little bit too finicky to always be adding coal to the burner inserters. So we're just going to take things out of them manually until we get our electricity grid set up, which really we should be working on soon. Got extra iron. Let's go ahead and pop, make sure all this coal is going. Let's see, how are we doing? We need more furnaces, so I need to go up there to get more of that. Yeah, we're not producing enough coal to support all of these guys. Let's even up this to 10. And then that's probably the most we're going to do. That'll last us until we get our electricity grid up and running. Run up, get some more stone. And it seems like this stone is always behind what we actually need. But in the long term, after a little bit, this is going to be way more than we actually need. Okay, that should be enough. Make all those. Okay, so we need one of these only. We're going to need one of those. Probably only one of those. Well, those are crafting. Plant all these. Okay. Take anything out that it's got. Alright, and then these need to be in certain spots. This needs to go there. There we go. Alright, so let's leave this down like that, out of the ore patch. Then they're gonna go over like this. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. Oops. But that's good enough for now. Grab more coal. Let's see, what can we make with the copper? We can make some power lines. Okay. Oh, awesome. Over 3 stacks of coal. That's really good. Okay. Pick up all that. All that. And we're not crafting anything. I don't have enough wood, do I? Okay, we need to chop some trees. That is pretty good. All right, let's craft some of this. Let's get another, like, 10 chests. Chop down some trees while that crafts. We're going to need a decent amount of power poles, so we should just chop down a bunch of trees right now, I guess. Most of those guys... Oh, okay. Let's reorder those, so we get the pickaxe right now. Otherwise, it's going to take too long to do any of this. This is so much different from the last thing I did where I couldn't handcraft anything. It's so much faster to get ramped up like this. But you still need to think about how you're automating things. You don't want to handcraft everything. After a little while, it's going to become wildly inefficient. Put that guy there. All right, we can make some more. Make like 10 more right now. And I'm probably going to be making furnaces. Okay, make all of those. Then we're going to need 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 10. And then that's our power setup. Okay, pick up some coal while those are all crafting. Lovely. Okay, so basically last 2 times I picked up coal, we ended up with like 5 stacks or something, which is pretty good. And I dumped full stacks instead of half stacks. That was a mistake. Okay, pick all these guys up. Lots of that. This is about to be done. So what do we need to do next? Let's just make one more of those, just for convenience sake. And then we need 10 of these guys and a lab. Let's top up all of these guys while we set up our power. We're going to need 1 string of steam engines for the whole thing. So I'm actually going to set them all up right away so we don't have to worry about them. But we'll have to run... Oops, I just took your coal. I'm going to have to run a line. I think actually we'll do it like this. I didn't do too much work on the layout, but I did a little bit of work. So let's do it like you. It's just enough room to walk in between there or run a belt or something. I made 14 of those. let's see, that's almost done. I actually want to turn this. We can turn it like this, right? Yeah, okay, then we'll put the stream engines here. Doesn't line up that great if you're making a bunch of power, but with just one line, this should be fine. Okay, and just click and run. Lovely. Okay, and then we need all these guys to get power. Actually, we're going to need inserters powering them next to them. Okay. And then we can jumpstart them with that. And this guy is not done being made yet. So we'll come back to that. Next thing we will need a few of those to start out, to start sending coal down there. Okay, and let's build these guys back up. Then we're going to scale these guys up while we automate the basics. We will research automation. And then, let's see, we're going to need... Let's just go ahead and lay out a little basic thing. I'm going to have assembly machines right there in between our line of iron and our line of copper. We will need to make some steel for the very end, but we can hand feed those guys. That's going to be our basic bus right there. We're going to run line of iron and one line of copper. We are 16 minutes in. I just looked at the clock. Oh, okay, here's this guy. We'll go ahead and set him going. I should have put these power lines on the other side because we are going to have a decent amount of research going here. Okay, so we're going to put you here to begin with. And this is the first thing we're doing, automation. Okay, that'll kickstart that. We will bring some of that down, get those automatically crafting while I run around. We probably want this to start kind of close to here, and if we need that to supplement other things, I might just make a separate drilling section. So this means I need less total belts than if I put it way up there with my other stuff. Okay, and then we need to start making these guys. Awesome. Okay, let's cancel the belts for now, so they can start making the inserters to automate this stuff. I thought about, usually for YouTube videos and stuff, I like to make lights to make it a better viewing experience, but because it's only going to be 2 videos max, at best we would get lights for the last 15 minutes or something, and then I don't really have time to spend making them, so unfortunately there will be no lights. I will do a little bit of tricksiness with levels. Why are you not... Were you missing... You must have been missing coal, huh? Okay, lots of copper. Because I'm using more iron than I am copper. That is about to change. Okay, so let's make some more power lines. And then we'll make one more of those. You guys ran... Oh, I didn't bring any... Damn. Okay, let's grab the stone. We're going to come right back and give them probably their last bit of fuel that they're going to need. All right, there we go. So we actually don't want to do this yet. Here's the research we're doing. We're headed for this guy, the railway, which will get us the diesel locomotive. So probably just going to keep coming back to here to see what we need to do next. I think we want logistics because I'm going to want some underground belts and splitters next. I'm never going to use fast inserters for this. So that is probably okay. Yeah, let's start that. Grab some coal. How am I doing on research? Just resources good. I just grabbed this on my way back up. 600 iron plates. Yeah, let's start making a few of these. We're going to give you... Let's just... I'm going to give them 25 each. I think that's going to be enough for what we need. Make a bunch of furnaces. All right, then we need to start automating the 2 basics, the inserters and the transport belts. They both require iron gear wheels. So we're going to do this. Let's put this, actually, I like having those here. I'll replace those with the advanced ones once we get them. Okay, so this is going to be iron gear wheels. And this is going to be belts. And then this, we have to, we can't craft these, but we'll put this as a placeholder because this takes 3 ingredients. So we're going to put, this is going to be electronic circuits, and then we need one more for the next guy. Whoops. Okay, yeah, I can't do that one yet. This is going to be electronic circuits. And then what's the next one? Copper cable. Okay. So that's going to automate the stuff we need. And then we will have a little chest there for that. Yeah, let's go ahead and craft. Oh, I haven't automated yet. Okay, we don't have any research going. Need to get going on that. So let's actually do that. And we need to start automating our research as well. A lot of things to juggle. Well, this is actually my first time doing this. So I don't have like a set of notes really. I just kind of have some principles I'm trying to follow, like what to do in what order. I'm sure if you really worked on this kind of concept, you could get the time down quite low. Okay. Actually, we only need one there. Okay, and then that one will be like that. Bring this one over here. Are these lined up? Do we want them to line up? May as well. Okay, and so then this one will be like the top of that. Yeah. Okay, and then I think that power line will be there. Need a belt there. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay, like this. Yeah. Okay, so that we need to connect those to our main grid. We'll come through here, because these guys all need power as well. There we go. Put that up, get that going. That was a bit of a boo-boo. Oh, we need to automate our power as well. Don't have enough of those because they're not automated yet. Tell you what, we have enough red doohickeys for now. Let's get onto the inserter automation. We probably have enough coal here for now. We won't need all 10 of these until basically the very end. Let's do some item pickups while things get crafted. I'm just going to tell that to do even more. Let's pick this up because we want to get that power finished off as soon as possible. All right, now I'm just going to start putting whole stacks in here so I don't have to babysit this stuff as often. And we'll pick up all the extras. Oh, I guess it's being offloaded, of course, because we put it on a belt. Fantastic, this is actually better. Eventually, we might have a little overflow chest for that kind of thing. Okay. There we go. Power's done forever. That should be enough coal to run the power for the whole time. Oh, yeah, we have 2 of these guys. So let's go ahead and do this and put some extras in there. Okay, what do we need for automating our science? For the red packs, we just need iron gear wheels. Okay, let's actually move these a bit. And let's make some of these so that we can get that automated. We also are going to need to start setting this up. So let's go ahead and get that going. What is this? This needs that. That needs that. Okay. That needs iron. That needs iron. Let's give that lots of iron attention. This will need iron as well. Why do I not have belts here? Did I run out or something? I'm not sure. Okay, and then we need to, let's see, we need an iron gear wheel, right? And then we need like 4 or 5 more making our red science. I might actually move these guys. So this is going to, let's put this on a belt, and I'm out of belts. Let's go ahead and let's just give this power like over here out of the way. So these guys can start making stuff. There we go. Okay, that's probably good enough. There. Okay, put those in there. We can't do this until we get the advanced circuits, but we can start automating the other stuff. There we go. We're going to want more than that, actually. So let's actually do it that way. We can start taking those out. I also want... Oh, we don't have the underground belts yet. And I'm out... Oh, I'm not crafting anything. Oh, crap. There should be some big, huge awooga sound Every time I'm not actually crafting something, it should go awooga to let me know. Okay, so let me just look forward a bit. We're going to be making... We're almost up to the 30-minute mark. This is almost the end of episode 1. Once we get the science done, a lot of the hard work is over. We just need to smelt a bit of steel and make our engines, and that'll be it. Copper and gear wheels. Okay, so... This is going to be on the wrong side. Let's do it like this. Bring our copper down. Okay, this is going to make us... our research. So we want these guys making that. All right. Okay, make stuff. Craft things. Always be crafting. Always be handcrafting. It took a while to get out of the habit. Let's pick these up and move them, actually. We're going to output them here. Like so. Okay, so this is done. I guess we can go ahead and do 5, like the traditional ratios. Okay, then these are going to go out here, and I will do my, the green ones down here. That's going to go on half, so we can actually move our science basically like that. Okay. Okay. Then this just needs iron. Lovely. That's going to support all of those. They're going to make science. Okay, so there's the red science automated, except for, let's do one more. Let's do 5. So we're making 1 a second. Okay, awesome. Logistics is going to be done soon. Our power's done. Let's go check. We probably need to fill up some coal and a bunch of stuff. And we might go... Yeah, let's go pick up stone as well while we're at it. Fill all these... Look how much coal I have. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think we might be able to do this just with the burner drills. Might be faster than setting up a manual, because 50 coal in each of these is actually going to last a pretty long while. And that might be faster in the long run, just as a hunch. Let's make 10 of those while we're running. Pick up some more stone. I've got 41 excess stone furnaces. That's probably all we're going to need. As soon as we get the advanced... There we go. Okay, I think actually we're going to call the end of the video here, so I can actually take a breather and mentally refresh myself. We got logistics researched. We've got the underground belts and the splitters, which will help us with the routing. We've got our science finished. We are headed for railways. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things to research, and then we've got to make 20 engine units. And then we have to make the actual locomotive. And we got to do that in 1 hour, but I think maybe 30 minutes is going to be more than enough. Hope you guys enjoyed part 1 of this very short series. We'll see you next time for part 2 and the finale. Bye-bye.